This is Hannibal back here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube. I recently rewatched the shoot interview that Ultimate Warrior did with Ringside Collectibles, his one and only shoot interview, and he had some interesting comments about Ric Flair, who Flair, of course, has been in a lot of controversy lately, crapping himself in restaurants and getting thrown out of restaurants. I'll actually show you guys a funny clip. Here's another restaurant that he's been thrown out of.
The bartender asked him to leave. Yeah, he asked if I knew who he was. I just told him no. I don't really care who you are. Like, I just don't need you in here acting like this. Get out, man. I essentially said he'd like to speak to a manager, that I wouldn't be having a job anymore. I looked him in the face and I said, doubtful.
I said, were you asked to leave? And he said, yeah. I said, then you need to.
Tells us he asked Flair.
And by the way, that woman on there, apparently Ric Flair was hitting on her too. So his standards aren't always the highest. But why I was bringing that up is because when I watched his Ultimate Warrior thing, he said some comments very similar to Sid. So let me just share the screen for a second. Let's watch what the Ultimate Warrior had to say about Ric Flair.
Well, Rick is a two-faced person. You know, he's two-faced. I mean, he's, made comments that he couldn't have matches. I thought he was the best.
Yeah,
I thought he could work with anybody. I thought guys like Ric Flair could work with a broomstick.
Right.
I think it says more about him than it does about me. I think he's I don't think, different than a lot of people think, that they admire his tenacity to want to stay in the business for so long and stuff. I don't think that's a thing to admire. I think it's a little embarrassing, and it's become pathetic, and he should, be a real man and have found something else to use his notoriety in a more productive way instead of staying in the ring.
So that's the Ringside That's the Ringside Collectibles version of what the Ultimate Warrior had to say. And here, I'll pull up what Sid had to say, because I think when two people say it has a lot of validity.
At that time,
Always.
you would just hear it through the grapevine.
Grapevines. Exactly. This is what, Flair. First, I remember the first time I worked with him in Columbus, Georgia. This is what, when someone's full of shit. He says, I don't know what to do with you. You're too big. I went, okay. So I said, if you're going to use that excuse, I'm going to remember that when we get out there.
So again, he's supposed to be the greatest of all time, and he told both Sid and Ultimate Warrior the same thing. I don't know what to do with you. And someone actually brought up something, I guess, in his book. He tells a story, just speaking of Ric Flair's tall tales, he tells a story in his book that he was walking into an arena with an umbrella with a metal thing on the top of it, and a bolt of lightning came down, hit the umbrella, and the lightning ricocheted off of his umbrella and killed somebody behind him. Does anyone believe that story? But anyways, the only reason I'm bringing this up, I am going to review a few parts of that Ultimate Warrior interview because I thought it was really good. But there's two people saying the same thing. We say he's the greatest worker of all time. Well, why did he tell both Sid and the Ultimate Warrior, I don't know what to do with you guys? And again, they both also said he was two-faced. By the way, he's off of my Mount Rushmore. For my personal Mount Rushmore, I would say the original Sheik, Bruiser, Brody, the Macho Man, Randy Savage would be on there, and Hulk Hogan would be on there. That would be my new Mount Rushmore now that I've seen the side about Ric Flair. He is a disgrace. He's a disgrace as a father and a pathetic